So in this video we will see about ethanol. Okay, how it's prepared, what are its physical properties and its chemical properties. So do you remember the formula of ethanol? Yeah, so it is CH3CH2OH. Okay, we can also write it in this way. So there is two carbons, right? We can combine it and write it like this: C2H5OH. This is also correct. Okay, so if you remember the structure is like this: CH3CH2OH. Okay, so this is ethanol. So how ethanol is prepared? Do you have any idea how this ethanol is prepared worldwide? Preparation. So you need to understand ethanol is prepared mainly by fermentation. Okay, fermentation of sugars. Okay, this sugar we can get from carbohydrates or fruits, etc. Okay, so basically we will do this fermentation with the help of yeast. Okay, so yeast will convert this sugar to alcohol plus carbon dioxide. Okay, so that is what happens here. So this is how the ethanol is widely prepared. It's also prepared from petroleum byproducts. Okay, but just remember about this. So now coming to its physical properties. So physical properties. Okay, so as we all know, ethanol. Okay, ethanol will be a liquid at room temperature. Okay, liquid at room temperature. Then so it will be a liquid at room temperature, and it is having a melting point. Okay, melting point is 156 Kelvin, and BP, that's boiling point, is 351 Kelvin. You don't have to remember this value, but just understand. Okay, and another important feature is that this ethanol it is soluble in water in all proportion. Okay, it is soluble in water. It is mainly soluble in water because of a phenomenon called due to hydrogen bonding. Okay, we will study about hydrogen bonding later. Due to hydrogen bonding. So hydrogen bonding is an 11th grade topic. Okay, you can look at it later. So it is soluble in water. Okay, so these are the physical properties. Now let us go on to the chemical properties. So what is meant by chemical properties? Chemical properties means the reactions. Okay, that is what we are talking about. So chemical properties always means the reactions. So we need to find out, or we need to study the reaction of ethanol. So only two reactions are given in our textbook. Okay, for ethanol. And also understand one thing: this ethanol can be considered as a very weak acid. Okay, so it will behave as an acid, but a very weak acid. So our first reaction is actually something that we have already studied in the second chapter of CBSE grade 10. Okay, in acid, bases and salt chapter we studied one thing. Tell me if you can remember this: metal plus acid, what will be the product? So just remember and guess. Okay, so the products are salt plus hydrogen gas. Okay, so a similar equation is going to happen here. So our first reaction is reaction of, okay, let us write ethanol, reaction of ethanol with sodium. So what is a symbol for sodium? Sodium is Na. Okay, so that is a reaction we are going to write. So Na plus CH3CH2OH. So what will happen? A salt will be formed plus hydrogen gas. So hydrogen gas is formed for sure. So we can write it as H2. Okay, so now here you need to understand one thing. So this hydrogen is actually forming this H2. Okay, so the iron remaining will be here Na plus iron. Na will become Na plus, then there will be this CH3 CH2 O minus iron. So both these will combine to form the salt. Okay, so when they combine, they will form CH3 CH2 ONA. Okay, this is the salt. So what is the name of this salt? The name of this salt is sodium ethoxide. So don't forget the name of this salt. It is sodium ethoxide. Okay, so that is the first reaction. Now coming to the second reaction. Second reaction is also easy. The name of this reaction is, so this was the name of the first reaction. Okay, reaction of ethanol with sodium. So now this reaction is dehydration reaction. Dehydration reaction. So hydration means what? Adding water. Dehydration means removal of water. So the reaction is, you will take ethanol CH3 CH2OH, and the thing is, you will react it with hot concentrated H2SO4. H2SO4 means what? Sulfuric acid. Okay, so we will do it at a temperature of 170 degrees Celsius. So what will happen is, H2O will be removed from this H2O. Okay, so basically like this OH and one hydrogen from here, it will get removed. So basically water will be formed, and if you remove one OH and one hydrogen, then CH2 is remaining, right? So CH2 double bond CH2 will be formed. Okay, so what is the name of CH2 or C2H4? It is ethene. So you can basically convert this alcohol to ethene. Okay, so here this H2SO4 is acting as a dehydrating agent. Don't forget this, dehydrating agent. So question can come like, what is dehydrating agent? So a compound which is able to remove water from another compound is called dehydrating agent. Okay, so don't forget. Okay, so this is the definition for dehydrating agent. So these two equations, first equation reaction of ethanol with sodium, second reaction dehydration reaction. So write this in your notebook and don't forget it. Okay, these two are important reactions. Now talking about the uses of ethanol. Okay, uses of ethanol. So uses of ethanol. So ethanol is basically used in medicines. Okay, it is used in medicines as a solvent. Okay, not to very high degree, used in medicines, or we can write like cup syrups. Okay, there is a little amount of this ethanols. Then tincture of iodine, you might have heard tincture of iodine. Okay, so that is also having alcohol in it, and many other tonics. Okay, tonics also have this little ethanol content. And also we know the alcohol that we drink, okay, the most people drink, is actually ethanol. Okay, so it is a active ingredient in all alcoholic beverages. Okay, so it is this ethanol that most people are drinking. Okay, so the alcohol that we are referring to most of the time is this ethanol. So, and also this ethanol or alcohol is used as fuel additive. Okay, used as fuel additive. That means it is used along with fuel. okay, used along with fuel. That means there is example 90% petrol and 10% alcohol. So if this mixture is uh, put into the fuel tank of a car, then there will be good efficiency because alcohol is able to generate oxygen. So during the combustion of petrol, if there is oxygen, then there will be much efficient combustion and fuel efficiency will be more. Okay, that is why sometimes a little percentage of alcohol is also added to fuel. So these three are the main uses of ethanol. Now we also need to understand one more term. This alcohol is sometimes misused by people. That means they can take it to or sell it in another places, or some people might even drink it. Okay, so there is a problem. So if mostly ethanol is present in industries, chemical labs, etc. So in order to avoid the misuse of alcohol, so misuse of alcohol is a alcohol, okay, misuse of alcohol. So in order to prevent the misuse, alcohol or ethanol is added with methanol, okay, methanol or copper sulfate, etc., copper sulfate, etc. So why they are adding is they need to make this mixture not suitable for drinking, not suitable for drinking. Okay, so all those alcohol in which some of these poisonous substance, these are poisonous substance, okay, these, so some of the poisonous substances are added, so it is called denatured alcohol. Okay, so it is called denatured alcohol. So question can come like this: what is denatured alcohol? So I'll write the definition. So basically we can write, okay, if the question is asked in your exam, what is denatured alcohol, you need to write, in order to prevent the misuse of ethanol, it is made unfit for drinking by adding poisonous substances like methanol, copper sulfate, pyridine, etc. Such alcohol is called denatured alcohol. Okay, so these are the things that we are learning in this chapter. So about ethanol, you have to remember physical property is not very important. Okay, just understand the preparation, that's enough. So these are the main thing. These two reactions are the important one: reaction of ethanol with sodium and dehydration reaction. Then you can remember the uses of ethanol and understand the denatured alcohol. Okay, thank you.